Well, clean sheet, 5 goals and a performance to be proud of. How are you feeling after that one?
Yeah, absolutely delighted for the girls, like you said. Goals and a clean sheet is what we're always looking for, and we managed to secure that tonight. A little bit of a slow start, but all credit to Partick Thistle. They disrupted us, they didn't give us time on the ball, but once we got the first goal and the second goal, we gained momentum, we gained belief, and I think it was a really professional, dominant performance tonight.
And the technical side of our game really seems to be growing. You know, yourself and the coaches must be really proud to see the training come out here on the pitch and display itself. Callie, Gibb, Rosie Livingston, they all seem to be really good with the ball at their feet. The technical ability is there. How proud of you of that?
Yeah, really proud, really delighted to see what we're working on the training pitch day in, day out come to fruition on a match day, and it's nice to see substitutes coming onto the pitch and making an impact. Callie's on the pitch tonight for about 25 minutes, gets a goal, gets an assist and makes a really good impact. So yeah, it's fantastic to see that there's no disruption. We've got a real good quality across the whole group, not just the starting 11, and like I said, it's nice to see the work and the fruits of our labour come to fruition on a match day.
Earlier on in the season, you know, back in the last season, Isla Taylor and Jessica Ramsey almost had a goal tonight. Jessica, unfortunately, not to beat the keeper, but you must be delighted to see that. Yeah,
really happy to see the young girls come into the squad more frequently now. We transitioned them very, very gently last season because we knew this season was going to be big for them, and it was fantastic for Jess to get a lot of minutes tonight. She'll be disappointed in herself that she didn't put that one away, but fantastic vision, fantastic movement to get into the space and create the opportunity for herself. So yeah, I'm sure although she didn't score tonight, there'll be plenty of goals to come from Jess Ramsey.
And obviously not a perfect performance tonight. There was little bits in the second half where we kind of dropped off a little bit. The gaps in between the backs, that's something that you're looking at going into the Champions League now next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We always look at things that we need to improve. We know that it's not a perfect performance, so we will look at the things that we need to improve, especially going into next week's Champions League games. But like I said, I think tonight it was a very professional performance against a Partick Thistle who were structured, very disciplined, and tried to disrupt us. And I think Kirsten Riley and Kira Grant in particular in the middle of the park dominated. It was a very, very good and impressive display from both of the girls.
And you've been there, you've been in the Champions League, you know what it's like to play at Easter Road, especially against huge teams. What have you been saying to the girls, you know, who are going into this for the first time in the Champions League? You've been there. What's your inspiration and advice been to them?
I think it's difficult. We have a motto as a club that's the next game win the next game, and of course we've done that tonight, so we can now start to talk and think about as a group. Of course, as a playing as a coaching staff, we've been doing that behind the scenes, but as a group we can start to talk about that. And I think for me, going into the Champions League, it's an unknown entity, so we need to ensure that we step onto the pitch in a focused mindset and be ready for everything that's thrown at us.
Thanks very much, Joelle. All the best.